Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Commanding General, Major General John P. Johnson, and the Post Command Sergeant Major Lamont J. Christian, welcome to United States Army Training Center in Fort Jackson for the graduation of Companies A, B, C, D, and E from the 2nd Battalion, 60th Infantry Regiment, 193rd Infantry Brigade. Please stand for the invocation given by Chaplain Christopher Rice.
Good morning, soldiers and families, and welcome to Fort Jackson, where victory starts here. I invite you to pray according to your faith's traditions, as I pray according to my faith's traditions. Let us pray. Most gracious God, we have gathered this beautiful morning to celebrate the accomplishment of these men and women. Each of these soldiers have worked hard, overcame many obstacles along the way, and have persevered through various pains and trials. They have earned the distinct and privileged honor of being recognized as a soldier in the United States Army. Great God, I ask that you would continue to encourage and strengthen each of these soldiers as they move forward in their careers with confidence and assurance of their newly found and developed skills. Build around these soldiers a hedge of protection so that no harm or danger can come their way. In all their future military endeavors and missions, may they remember the words of Isaiah. They who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not be faint. Help us to move forward and walk in a manner worthy of the trust and confidence of this great nation. Lastly, great God, walk with us and go before us, for without you we are nothing. All these things we ask and pray in your most awesome of names. Amen.
Please be seated. The purpose of today's ceremony is to recognize the commitment of the men and women you see standing in formation before you today, who have chosen to serve their country as soldiers. This review is the last official formation of the training cycle. Not everyone successfully completes this difficult period of training, but those in formation today represent disciplined, motivated, physically fit soldiers who exemplify the Army 7 core values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. They are imbued with the warrior ethos and display the tenets of putting the mission first, never accepting defeat, never quitting, and never leaving behind a fallen comrade. This is an important day, and these soldiers can take great pride in their accomplishments. To the parents, families, and friends of these soldiers, Fort Jackson extends a very warm and sincere welcome. We are justifiably proud of them and are equally honored that they have chosen to join our ranks. Please direct your attention to the left of the formation. The units marching today from your left to right are the 282nd Army Band under the command of Chief Warrant Officer 3 George T. Bauer. Graduating soldiers from Companies A and B of the 2nd Battalion, 60th Infantry Regiment, the Battalion Color Guard, and graduating soldiers from Companies C, D, and E of the 2nd Battalion, 60th Infantry Regiment. Identified by their distinctive headgear are the drill sergeants. These dedicated non-commissioned officers form the backbone of the Army's training center system. Selected on the basis of professional competence, leadership ability, and years of service, these men and women undergo intensive training to earn the right to wear their distinctive hat and insignia. With the drill sergeant hat goes the important responsibility of molding civilian men and women into soldiers. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is Major Robert Nags, who serves as the executive officer for the 2nd Battalion, 60th Infantry Regiment. He and the battalion staff are positioned on the field. The reviewing officer for today's graduation is the commander of the 2nd Battalion, 60th Infantry Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Travis W. Mills from Houston, Texas. On his left is Command Sergeant Major Roosevelt R. Whetstone from St. Matthews, South Carolina, the senior non-commissioned officer, master trainer, and principal advisor to the commander. The commander of troops will now bring forward the colors and persons to be honored.
Colors and persons to be recognized. Center. March.
Competence and commitment are the hallmarks of professionalism. The soldiers and drill sergeants coming forward will be recognized for their excellence in training and duty performance and serve as examples to all.
Set the command.
It is appropriate for soldiers not in uniform and all armed forces veterans to salute the American flag. We ask our civilian guests to please remove your headgear and place your right hand over your heart as our national anthem is played.
Detachment. Present. Arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Detachment. Order. Arms. Down. Order arms. And parade rest. Awardees. Post.
Lieutenant Colonel Mills and Command Sergeant Major Whetstone will now present the awards for the 2nd Battalion, 60th Infantry Regiment. The outstanding drill sergeant of the cycle for Company A is Drill Sergeant Cody Haynes from Bakersfield, California. The soldier leader of the cycle for Company A is Private Jack Conlon from Tacoma, Washington. The soldier of the cycle for Company A is Private Weston Kanya from Star, Idaho.
Right. Hey. Forward.
The outstanding drill sergeant of the cycle for Company B is Drill Sergeant Alkeen Duncan from Columbia, South Carolina. The soldier leader of the cycle for Company B is Private Keaton Dallimore from Sandu, Utah. The soldier of the cycle for Company B is Private William Higgins from Owensboro, Kentucky. The outstanding drill sergeant of the cycle for Company C is Drill Sergeant Dave Burrows from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The soldier leader of the cycle for Company C is Private Abraham Wooten from Ocala, Florida. The soldier of the cycle for Company C is Private Leroy Gore from Charlotte, North Carolina. The outstanding drill sergeant of the cycle for Company D is Drill Sergeant George Chandler from Kingstree, South Carolina. The soldier leader of the cycle for Company D is Private Bryce Euling from Park City, Utah. The soldier of the cycle for Company D is Private Nicholas Day from Alvin, Texas.
Right feet. Forward march.
The outstanding drill sergeant of the cycle for Company E is Drill Sergeant Jeanette Savu from Suva, Fiji Islands. The soldier leader of the cycle for Company E is Specialist Anthony Franklin from Shelby, North Carolina. The soldier of the cycle for Company E is Private Emily Overton from Alachua, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 2nd Battalion, 60th Infantry Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Travis W. Mills.
Good morning. Did everyone enjoy Family Day? That's great. And once again, on behalf of Major General Johnson and Command Sergeant Major Christian, welcome to your soldiers' graduation ceremony, and welcome to Fort Jackson, where victory starts here, right here. Today, we welcome just under 800 of America's newest defenders of freedoms to our ranks and mark their graduation from basic combat training. Out on the field today is the 282nd Band. We have the privilege of having one of the best bands in the Army right here on our post. Can I get a round of applause for our great band? free nation because of the sacrifices American service members who have fought for and continue to fight for our freedom. May I have all the veterans who have served and are currently serving please stand. Thank you for your service. The next group of individuals I would like to recognize are the cadre, and more importantly, the drill sergeants that transform your loved ones from civilians into soldiers. Your soldiers may forget some of the events and tasks, but they will always remember the names of their drill sergeants. NCOs like Womack, Duncan, Velarde, Hebda, and Carter. Years from now, they will tell you how they could not have made it through basic combat training without their drill sergeant. Drill sergeants are specially selected from across the Army and undergo rigorous training at the Drill Sergeant Academy. On a daily basis, they display the attributes of a soldier and demonstrate the Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. They have spent the last 10 weeks working hard to ensure that your soldiers made it through basic combat training. Let's give them a big hand for a job well done. Now I would like to talk about the graduating soldiers who are standing on the field before you today. Here are some interesting facts about this class. They are quite a diverse group. The youngest soldier is 17, the oldest is 36. They come from 47 different states, 17 countries, and speak 27 different languages. There are soldiers in the formation with associate degrees, bachelor's degrees, and master's degrees. Yet despite their unique and diverse backgrounds, what unites all of them is that each one of these soldiers has raised his or her right hand and sworn to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Soldiers, you arrived at Fort Jackson as individuals, some likely for adventure, others out of a sense of duty. Others wanted to be something larger than themselves, while some sought a different purpose or another direction in life. But you all answered the call to duty and leave as members of an Army Strong team. We are proud of you. The Sergeant Major and I saw you grow strong. You need to be proud of what you have accomplished over these last 10 weeks. Remember, stay motivated, disciplined, and continue to live the Army values 24 hours a day so that when our nation calls, you are ready. No one handed this to you. You have earned the privilege and honor to call yourself a United States Army soldier. I wish you all the best in your future careers. To our extended Army families, thank you again for your attendance. On behalf of our Commanding General, Major General Johnson, and Command Sergeant Major Christian, I wish you safe travels as you return home. Scouts out, no ground to give. Victory starts here, right here.
Today's soldier is above all a warrior, adaptive, confident, and competent. As a soldier, you are totally committed to the warrior's ethos, grounded in the Army values, and are determined to destroy enemies of the United States of America and her allies. The uniform you wear at this moment is more than an outward display of your vocational choice. Your uniform is a symbol of a nation and an unspoken assurance to all who see that you are a willing and able protector of the freedoms fought so arduously by all who have gone before and those who will bravely come after. You have become what you set out to be, a soldier in the United States Army. The Soldier's Creed is your declaration of your unshakable commitment to the ideals this nation was founded upon and will continue to guarantee. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as Private Jack Conlon leads the soldiers standing before you through the reciting of the Soldier's Creed.
The Soldier's Creed!
I am a soldier!
ask that you please remain seated and in the bleachers until all soldiers have passed the reviewing stand and the conclusion of the ceremony is announced. Family members of awardees, please meet your soldier under the canopy located to the left of the bleachers. All other family and friends, please meet your soldier to the far right of the bleachers at the end of this parade field. Passing the reviewing stand is the commander of troops, Major Robert Nags, and the battalion staff. The 282nd Army Band, directed by Chief Warrant Officer 3 George T. Bauer, and the drum major is Staff Sergeant Michael Bolton. Ladies and gentlemen, you are reminded that as you are approached by the American flag, it is appropriate to rise and remain standing until it has passed to your right. Company A is commanded by Lieutenant Colin Martella from Richmond, Virginia. First platoon is led by Drill Sergeant John Labus from Granville, New York. Second platoon is led by Drill Sergeant John Connor from Oak Hill, West Virginia. Third platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Ebony Womack from Atlanta, Georgia. Fourth platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Justin Jones from Ballinger, Texas. Company A's first sergeant is Sergeant First Class Cody Haynes from Bakersfield, California. Company B is commanded by Captain Donald Lyons from Lexington, Kentucky. First platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Ryan Dickinson from New York, New York. Second platoon is led by Drill Sergeant S.E. Farmer from Wilson, North Carolina. Third platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Todd Simmons from Fort Worth, Texas. Fourth platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Neil Shaw from Colorado Springs, Colorado. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant, First Sergeant Michael Reyna from Chicago, Illinois. Company C is commanded by Captain Derek Wales from Bakersfield, California. First platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Joseph Pesos from Slickpool, Idaho. Second platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Rudy Venegas from Marble Falls, Texas. Third platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Gabriel Pierre from Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Fourth platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Ivan Marjanovic from Grand Forks, North Dakota. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant Tavernisha Boyd from Miami, Florida. Company D is commanded by Captain Deandra Smith from Montgomery, Alabama. First platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Catherine Robinson from Goldsboro, North Carolina. Second platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Janae Summers from Louisville, Kentucky. Third platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Latina Baxter from Hiram, Georgia. Fourth platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Desiree Whalum from Honolulu, Hawaii. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant Vincent Buckley from Miami, Florida. Company E is commanded by Captain Raymond Ainsley from Carlisle, Illinois. First platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Patrick Carter from Baltimore, Maryland. Second platoon is led by Drill Sergeant William Carr from Bolivar, Pennsylvania. Third platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Ronald Ramdev Singh from Winter Haven, Florida. platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Kayla Rowan from St. Louis, Missouri. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant Bobby Driscoll from Meridian, Mississippi. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Army song and please remain in the bleachers until the conclusion of the ceremony has been announced. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Family members of awardees, please meet your soldier under the canopy located to the left of the bleachers. All other family and friends, please meet your soldier to the far right of the bleachers at the end of this parade field. Please take all trash and personal items with you as you exit. Once again, thank you for your attendance, enjoy the rest of your day, and have a safe journey home. Victory starts here, right here.